Welcome back. Super excited moving forward. In this brief lesson, I want to demonstrate quickly how to create a text view box from scratch. So instead of using the visual create the text view, we can actually use the XML and then create our own text box or image view or text view and so on. So let me go ahead and in fact demonstrate this. Make sure you have the activity main.xml open, and this is your first screen. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to a new line in my XML and then start my opening tag. As soon as I do this, notice Android recognizes that I'm about to create either a text view, edit text, image text, linear layout, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and simply the enter key, and it automatically enters the Android layout width and height, because it knows that the very first thing that we need to do is specify the width and height. And also provides me a couple of options such as wrap content or map parent. Now, maybe I don't want this at this time. Maybe I like to specify my own width and height. So I can say something like maybe 150. And notice as soon as I type on the preview pane, you'll see the actual text view being created in real time, which is nice. So it's 150 dp, which is data pixels. That's the height. Similarly, that's the width, and I also need the height. So the layout height would be, let me break this or bring this to another line so you can see. There we go. So the layout height would be maybe 150 again. And once again, you'll notice shows in the preview the actual size. Now the size could be either in data pixels, could be in inches, millimeters, points, pixels, or scaled pixels. And I'm going to cover these differences in future lectures so you understand when to use data pixels, when to use SB or PX or points and so on. So I'm going to use data pixels for now. And again, this is just a hypothetical text view that I'm creating. In your instance, you could choose and create your own sizes. Now, once I have these two attributes, I can enter a new line. And of course, I need to ensure that my closing tags remain, right? So I just would like to enter a new line, maybe tab. And then I want to use Android, and I can build from here. So if I need to choose, let's say, the background color or the text color, Android, and I'm going to use background. The background will be the primary color. Hit the enter key, and notice it just fills up the color for me. If I don't like the primary color, I can say color accent. It's going to fill the color accent for me. So it's very easy to use, and XML is pretty powerful. It gives you more control. Okay, so let's say you're working on a project and the project has all of the descriptions or the details laid out. It's just very easy for you to follow and just kind of build your XML templates. So once I have the color accent, I can then build and add additional attributes such as Android text. And this text could say any one of these strings. So if we choose the @ string or the @ symbol string, this implies that I'm not hard coding, right? If I were to just enter text here, such as sample text, now I've actually hard coded the text. So it's always nice to use the strings. If you don't have it, you can always hard code it here and fix it, or you can navigate to your strings.xml and then enter the value there. And that would show up as soon as you type the S for string. It's going to show up all of these. Okay. So let's say I'm going to pick this is great. And it's going to enter the text. This is great because it's pulling from the strings.xml. So it's just really straightforward if you like to create the text view from scratch. Now, you could always go to your visualizer and change or drag the text view, and you'll notice that within the XML, it automatically changed the height to 23 data pixels. So both ways I want to demonstrate from scratch you can create. But XML gives you more flexibility and more power because now you can specify exactly how many data pixels you like your text view to be. So just wanted to quickly cover creating a new text view. Similarly, go ahead, practice with additional text views and maybe image views. If you have any questions, post in the discussion area. We'll be glad to help with this. Let's move to the next lesson.